Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, August 9th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks good. Got everything set up here and we are good to go. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right, link sent out. And as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Going down to the 8 hour. Going down to the 4 hour. Going down to the 1 hour. Going down to the 15 minute. Going down to the 10 minute. And back down to the 1 minute here. So with that said, we have a lot of liquidity sitting up top that you guys can see. So price might push up today, push up to the upper levels of liquidity, or I mean, price can do the opposite. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of liquidity sitting up top. So I've marked up all the liquidity here, guys. Closest level of liquidity below is at 39,493, and the closest level above is at 39,576. The ATR is currently 13 right now, so it's pretty much normal market volatility. It's not super high, it's not super low. It's just where it should be. So with that said, ready to go. So let's see, market's going to open up in about 4 minutes. So let's see what's here so far. Morning, Maria. All right, we don't really have news today. Let me check the calendar. I don't think there's anything today. Yeah, no news today. Retail sentiment is currently 65% short. This indicates that 65% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So we typically want to do the opposite and buy. Looking over here at CNBC, it's pretty much flat for the most part. So that's a good thing. If the market stays a little flat today, it'll make it easier to catch price movement. Hopefully the market will move a bit smoother. Right now, there's not really much of a bias. Price is currently below the pivots, or it's actually at the pivots. The trend meter down below is green. The divergence is bullish. So I think price will probably swing to the upside over here. So we'll see what happens here when the market opens up in the next 3 minutes. All right, let's see what happens here. I want to be a little more quicker with my entries here, guys. So I'll be watching the chart for these market flow entries. Like I said, I'm going to be looking to put pending orders in. I don't really want to put in market orders because of the slippage and the spread. So I'm going to try to set up my orders where I can get in exactly where I want to. So I'll be watching it here and I'll be looking for my opportunities to get in. Hey, Brock, morning. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes till market open. Volatility here is pretty much flat. There's no news today, so there's no catalyst really pushing price up or down. We got price in between the sessions. It just looks like a normal summer market today with this low volatility. So we got about 1:30 till open. Let's take a look over here in the news from CNBC. Nice. So Trump here says, breaking news, said Trump says he should get a say on Federal Reserve interest rate decisions. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be pretty interesting when, if and when he becomes president. Hey, Sam, good morning. All right, guys, market is about to open in about 30 seconds. We got 20 seconds till market open. Probably looking for some buys here. We'll see what happens here when market actually opens up. Price pushes up. First target price point is going to be these areas of liquidity, and then of course, sessions up here. All right, guys, market is now open. So let's see what happens here. Price is pushing down currently to the lower sessions. So one of two things will probably happen right here at this bottom area. Price is either going to break through or it's going to bounce off these sessions and manipulate back up. So we got price coming down right here. If this is the case, this is fine. Might have to look for some sells today. So first level of liquidity right here got hit, if anybody caught that. Second level of liquidity down here also got hit, if anybody caught those. Level 2 right now is looking pretty balanced, so it's not really one-sided. As I said earlier, there's one of two things that are going to happen once price gets down here. It's either going to manipulate and swing all the way back up, or it's going to continue dropping from where it's currently at. So I'm gonna let this kind of breathe a little bit before I start looking for some entries, of course. Like I said, the first two levels of liquidity right there got hit. Ideally, I'd like to take some buys today, but if we have to look for some sell, that's completely fine. Reason why I'm leaning towards buys is because retail sentiment is currently 65% short. So this indicates that 65% of the retail traders are looking for sells right now. I typically don't like to trade with the retail traders. I like to do the opposite. So we'll see what happens here shortly. So price came up, bounced off the sessions. This could be a break-in retest, continuation to the downside, or this can be a fake out and swing right back up. So there's two things that are happening here, either break-in retest off the sessions, continuation to the downside, or this could be a break-in retest fake out where it ends up coming back up. You just keep that in mind. Two different scenarios there, break-in retest below or break-in retest above. And let's keep following this through to see where it goes from here. So let's see if this continues to drop here. There's not really many targets down here. There's a session way down here, but it's pretty far below. So So I'll clean up this liquidity. This liquidity is done with. Already got hit its full TP. You got price kind of just sitting down here. Has 22 seconds left on it. Looks like we might just get some consolidation down here. So if this becomes a case and price just stays down here, we might get some consolidation between the 450 and the 550 mark up here. Let's say 500 mark right here. And the 450 down here. So we'll see if price stays within that area. Price again right here is retesting the liquidity. See if it blasts right through or if it fakes out, swings right back up. But it looks like price is kind of just ranging and consolidating within this lower area right here. All right, if it drops lower, that's fine. So this liquidity is pretty much done. 3 levels of liquidity here got hit already. So if you guys took any of those levels of liquidity, full TPs on your end. Price is now dropping down lower, which is fine. There's just not really many targets down here. The only target I can see right now is going to be this level of liquidity. And then there's going to be a session, but it's way down below here. So just have to play with it, see what happens here. So now if I'm going to look for a sell here, I'm going to look for price to swing up, retrace, bounce off the pivot, and come right back down. That's what I'll be looking for here. So I'm just got to wait and be patient. Look for that retracement back up. I'll be looking for different signs here. If I see a B1 variation for reversal, then I'll give you guys a heads up, maybe to avoid any sells at that point until you see some sort of correction back down. But right now, there's just nothing there. There's no reversal pattern. Price can easily just come right back up and then come back down. That's fine. If that's the case, I'll be looking for my market flow entry. And ideally, that's what I'd be looking for anyways. Let's see. There's a huge order of 52 contracts over here on the buy side. So this might retrace back up. Yeah, there's a huge order. There's a bunch of buy orders here that are just trying to push price back up. People are trying to buy the dip here, looking at level 2. But it just fluctuates like crazy. You'll have like one huge order here for like 50 contracts, and then the other ones are pretty much just flat. So there's just like one big order. I'm not sure if it's a lure, but I mean, it's doing what I was expecting. So I was expecting price to kind of climb up a little bit, maybe come up and come right back down. But there are some big orders that are coming in right now. There's some big sell orders that are starting to swing back in too. All right, so we might get a market flow on this next candle here. So what I'd be looking for is for price to swing up and then come right back down. If this swings up, comes right back down, this will be a market flow entry. I'll try to set mine up just in case it comes up. I got to watch it because it happens so quickly. All right, I'm going to put my pending order right there.
Order submitted.
Just in case, if it doesn't come back down, I'll cancel it. It has 30 seconds left on this candle. It's got 20 seconds. It doesn't come back down in the next 10 seconds. I'll just cancel it. We got 10 seconds left. Does not look like it's going to come down. I'm going to cancel it. There's no entry right there for market flow, but I was ready for it in case it did come back down. Another possible market flow entry right here. Might be a little too late. All right, so I'll let it push up a little higher. I'll put my pending order there now. This candle has about
Orders
30
submitted.
seconds left on it. It is now filled. The volatility here is kind of high. It got stopped out. It's all good. So one stop out right there. I was hoping it'd swing back down,
Order
but
filled.
did not swing back down on that one there. So I'll wait for the next one here. What I'm going to be looking for next is for price to swing back down and then swing back up. Small loss right there, $500, not a big deal. So, guys, like I said earlier, if you guys are planning on taking more than one trade, half your risk in half. So I half my risk in half, and now I'm only risking 500 per trade. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing comes back down to full TP. I just got spiked out right there, unfortunately. So it's coming right back down. There you go. Just got bad entry there when volatility swung to the upside. But this is what I was expecting. So I was expecting price to swing up and come right back down. Unfortunately, right here, I got caught in the volatility spike, filled my order, came up, came right back down to where it was supposed to go. So it's all part of the game. I'll look for the next one here. Look for price to come down a little bit, come right back up, and then swing back down from there. And that's why I have my risk in half, because I don't want to take my full risk on just one trade. I just need one more trade so I can make it back to break even. And then from there, we'll see if we find some more entries after that. But took my first loss right there. And we'll keep looking for the next one here. I think what I might have to do is just adjust my TP stop loss. Now that the market's getting a little more volatile, I think the 15-15 might be a little too tight. So let's see what we got here next. The volatility here is starting to slow down a little bit. Again, I'm going to look for price to come down a little more before I start looking for the opportunity. There might be one right here, actually. So let's see. 78. I'll put one right here to wait for it. I got my pending order just waiting right here. 30 seconds left on this candle. So I was waiting for it to retrace up like it did right there. Now in the entry. Order fit properly.
Order submitted.
So it's coming down right now. Stop loss and profit, full TP right there.
Order filled.
All right, so I'm back at break even. Like I said, guys, this is part of the game. It's back and forth. It's cat and mouse game. You just got to find out where your entries are sitting and take advantage of it. So right there, back to break even for the day. See if we catch one more here. Got the pending sell signal right here. Might set up for a breakout B3 continuation, breakout B3 just normal. If you guys remember the breakout B3s that were coming up past couple of days, they tend to push at least like 100 points. So if you guys are looking to take that breakout B3, it's a possibility. Okay, so one win, one loss for the day. Initial loss here should have been a win. This one over here went straight to full TP. And then we have the next opportunity right here. It does come back up. Thanks, Rashida. So Rashida said also a 5-minute level is running. Perfect. All right, so that sell signal didn't close yet. Volatility is picking up here a little bit. Pending sell signal still on. Let's see what we got here. All right, so price is coming down pretty nice right now. All right, we got a continuation to the downside. Looks like price isn't going to swing up just yet. I mean, price might swing up a little later. So breaking news over here from CNBC. So CNBC said S&P falls 500 or S&P 500 falls Friday as market attempts to erase week's losses. So again, I'm gonna look for some market flow entries here, looking for price to swing up, bounce off the pivot, come back down. The only problem here is the consistency of volatility. The volatility might just slow down a little bit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but we do need that volatility to, kind of push to our TP when we have that chance. There's a levels entry right here that just came up. 5-minute levels hit TP. Nice work, Rashida. Thanks for the heads up on that one. So on the 5-minute over here, there was a levels entry that came up, retraced up, came straight to TP, full TP right there. Let's see. So this is a breakout V3 continuation, a breakout V3 right here, guys. If anybody is looking to take it, of course. I'm not going to take it because I'm sticking to my game plan. Like I said, I'm sticking to my market flow entries. Just because the market isn't moving smoothly, it's not going in your favor, that doesn't mean you're supposed to change your strategy. So if you guys don't want to take these market flow entries, that's completely fine. But I'm going to take the market flow entries because that's my trading strategy right now. That's kind of what I'm sticking to. So yeah, everyone has their own preference, guys. If you guys want to take specific entries like breakout V3s, breakout V3 continuation, V1 variations, high-low scalps, etc. I mean, there's a whole list of strategies that you guys can choose from. But for me, I'm sticking to the market flow because that's what I've been using to pass all of my evals. Now that I'm funded 2,300K accounts, I'm going to stick to what I did to pass. Also, I enjoy the risk that it's 1-to-1, so I'm just going to stick to my game plan here. But again, you guys don't have to follow what I'm doing here. If you guys want to do your own thing, feel free. You guys can use my analysis to identify your entries, or you can use one of my other strategies to follow through. So there's no entry here. I'm looking for price to swing up sharply and then come right back down. That's going to be for my market flow entry. We don't have that here yet, so it might happen on the next candle, but it's not going to happen on this one here. So I'll be watching for it here on this next candle if it swings up. I just got to be quick because these entries happen so fast. If I don't put my pending order right away, then odds of me missing that entry are very likely. So let's see if this thing comes back down. We need to come up a little higher. There we go. So I don't think this is going to come back down. This is what I wanted to happen here. I want to have this volatility spike so that when the actual entry comes up for a market flow, it's not going to be super volatile. It's going to be just smooth correction back to the downside. All right, so probably won't happen on this candle here, but it might happen on the next one. So I'll watch it here. I'll put a pending order right there. So it filled it right there. Wasn't the best entry, but filled it right there. Full TP right there. All right. So full TP right there, guys. I know it's a stop filled, but my stop didn't get filled. My stop loss got moved in profit. So we're back into net profit for the day, guys. Currently 2 wins, 1 loss. One loss right here, our initial trade that should have been a win, but then we have 2 wins right here back to back. So I'm gonna wait for the next candle here. The choppiness right here is not really looking in our favor. There might be another market flow that may come up next, but I'm going to wait to see what this next candle looks like before I try to get into that there. All right, so there may be another market flow entry here. I'm not going to get into it yet. I want to get caught in that fake out like I did earlier. All right, I'll put my pending order here right now. In case it
Order
comes back
submitted.
down. See, it hasn't filled yet. Now I'm in the position. It's coming down right here.
Target
Full TP right there, guys.
order filled.
Full TP.
Order filled.
I don't know what's up with Apex this week, guys. There's something wrong with my Apex where it didn't follow the trade for some reason. I don't know if anybody is having issues with Apex this week, but the inches are just not. Yeah, so Rashida City, her copier wasn't closing the other accounts. I had to close it out manually. I just had to flatten them all out. I don't know. It's one of those weeks. Yeah, it looks like for some people it didn't fill. For some people, it didn't close. So if you guys just have to watch your accounts, guys, whenever it follows through. My personal account's doing perfectly fine. I'm up about 1,000 on my personal account. My Apex should be up 1,000 too, but it's like the profits are all over the place. I don't know. I'm sure it has to do a lot with the volatility that's going on, but it's just kind of annoying because I mean this whole week's been kind of crazy. If you guys have been trading, this whole week has been, to say the least, it's been moving pretty crazy. So like Monday, Tuesday was crazy. I mean, this whole week in general. All right, there may be another market flow entry right here, guys. I'll be watching for it. Probably not going to happen on this candle, maybe on the next one. There's no market flow on this one right here. The level 2 has a lot of sell orders, so this thing will probably continue climbing down even lower. So it's probably not going to come down on this next one, but or this one right here, but it'll probably come down on the next candle. So I'd be looking for a possible market flow on the next candle here. Not this one, but the one that's going to happen after this. We'll let it retrace up a little bit though. All right, we got about 10 seconds left on this candle here. So that'll retrace up quite a bit. No market flow there yet. Price is coming back down further. But again, no market flow yet. So like I marked up right here, the first target is going to be the liquidity. Looks like price is trying to get down to that point. See, it swings back up. All right, I might get a market flow on the next entry here, next candle. This candle's got 10 seconds left on it. I'm gonna watch it here on my end. Need this to retrace up a bit higher. All right, I'll put my pending order right there in case it comes back down.
Order submitted.
Candle has 30 seconds left on it. It's got a lot of time. So if it doesn't come down, I'll just cancel it. All right, we got 20 seconds left on this candle. 15 seconds. I'm going to cancel it. It's not going to come back down. All right, I'll wait for it to
Order canceled.
make its way back down now. Or we might get a reversal to the upside. I don't see any reversal patterns here though, so I don't know if this is ready to come back to the upside yet. I'm looking for that V1 variation. If I could get a V1 variation or a CV pattern, then okay, I'm gonna look for that possible reversal back to open. So if price does reverse back up, first target's gonna be the sessions right here. Next target's gonna be the opening price. But until then, we're still gonna have a sell bias here. Price is still below the pivots, trend meter is red, pivots are angling down. The only thing here is divergence is still swing to the upside. So what I'll be looking for here currently is I'm going to look for price to come back below the pivots, retrace up, come back down. Once I have that, I'll start looking for another market flow entry. But as of now, price is going to be in limbo up here. I'll wait for either a reversal to the upside or a continuation to the downside. Nice. Guzman said got his 2 trades in, both wins, done for the week. Nice work, Guzman. Solid work, bro. Barack said it's pretty hard to take the market flow entries on YouTube, LOL, but I know what I need to do to get live. Yeah, no, definitely, Barack, because you guys are delayed on the YouTube, like I think 10 seconds, right? So yeah, it's a little bit of an issue because these candles are moving so quickly. But if you guys are on the Zoom, you should be perfectly fine. There's a market flow setting up right here, guys, but I'm not going to take this one. Again, like I said, I'd rather wait for it to come back below here and continue climbing from this area. This is rejecting off the pivots, but again, I like taking it off the lower pivots right here, pivots 1 and 2. That might have to be one of the criteria that I start to add into the requirements. I'm always fine tuning it. Like this strategy, the market flow, I've only been doing it for like about a month or 2 now. But I mean, it's been good overall. For the most part, we're closing every week, almost every week and every month in positive profits. So here, let's see. Let's take a look at the results real quick for market flow so far. So we've been taking, and there's no entries right now, guys. Don't worry. I'll come back to it when there are some entries. There's a possible market flow right there, but like I said, I'm going to wait for it to come back down before I start looking for some actual entries here. So we've been taking market flow for about a month and a half right now. So a month and a half so far. Every month's been pretty decent. The win rate's obviously going down because it's a 1-to-1 risk reward now. We're not doing negative risk reward, so it's not going to be a super high win rate, but the profits still reflect. So last month we had 165 points in profit. I mean, it's been pretty decent. It's been pretty much higher than what we normally would get. Applying our negative risk reward strategies. All right, so it looks like Rashida's done for the week. Nice work, Rashida. I'll see you back here on Monday. Yeah, good week for you. Good week, good profits. If you guys are happy with your profits for the week, I mean, feel free to call it a week. If you guys want to keep trading, feel free to keep trading with me here. It's about to be 7 o'clock, so the volatility is anticipated to slow down quite a bit. We're currently at net profit for the day and net profit for the week, of course. We had 1 loss over here initially. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to mark this up real quick. So our first loss happened right here at 637 while we wait for the entry to come up. This is how we're going to get better with understanding where the losses happen. $637. Our second trade over here hit TP, of course, straight to full TP. That was at 639, 2 minutes later. The other entry happened right here at 646. Full TP as well. All right, so 2 wins, 1 loss for the day so far. Currently in profit overall. Not bad. Not bad at all. We got some team profits here from Usman. Usman locked in a total profit of 720 for the day. All wins. Took 2 trades, both wins. Nice profit for the day, Usman. All right, solid profits there. If you guys have more profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, we'll keep waiting here for the next opportunity to come up. Like I said, in order for me to take some sells here, I need price to come below and continue down lower. If price wants to continue pushing up, that's completely fine. I just need to wait for the trend here to shift. Once the trend shifts, then okay, great. I'll start looking for some entries here first for some buys. I just didn't see a reversal pattern down here, so I'm not ready to look for that reversal yet. This could be an easy fake out. Like price can just push up slightly, fake out, come right back down. If price does continue to climb up, the first target is going to be the sessions right here, of course. So if price climbs up higher, that's a first target. If price climbs up higher than that, next target is going to be the blue line right here. Opening price. So it's fine. I mean, I don't care where price goes. I'm just watching price action to see where, we can take these entries at. Let's see, Brock, so I'm done for the week. Thank you, Sean, team. God bless. You'll have a peaceful weekend. Definitely, Brock. We'll see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend. All right, so let's see what's going to happen here next. A couple of people are calling it a week. It's completely fine. I'm going to keep looking for possible entries here, though. So as we get closer and closer to 7 o'clock, the volatility is going to start to die down. You can see here the volatility is slowing down. So I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to feel the need to take any trades right now. So I'm going to look for any good entries. If I see something good, I'll take it. If I don't see anything good, then I might just call it a week as well. My personal account is in profit, about 1,000 for the week. So happy with that. My Apex accounts over here, can't say the same. They're kind of all over the place with profit. Yeah, it's a weird week. I mean, this whole week was weird from the beginning. And then, I don't know, Apex has been acting kind of weird this week too. I don't know if it's just Apex or if it's my copier. It could be my copier, guys. So I don't want to blame Apex for it, but I think it might be my copier because my personal account is perfectly fine. I'm like I locked in perfect wins for this week. Not perfect wins, but obviously the wins, they gave me perfect profit, what I was supposed to get. However, on my Apex accounts, they've kind of been wishy-washy. That's a good word for it. They've been wishy-washy. They've been kind of like I think yesterday, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, we had the same issue, right? So yesterday we took a trade. It did full TP on my personal account, but for some people, their copiers didn't fill it. But it did fill it on mine. It filled it on mine, but it gave me some weird profits. Like it didn't give me what it was supposed to. And this last trade over here, this was weird because I was expecting, because I closed when it was down here, right? You guys can see the big, you guys can see the arrow right there. But for some reason, it didn't really give me, it gave me like negative for some reason. And it should have gave me more because I closed like way down here. It just didn't make sense to me. But I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Can't really complain about it. You just gotta keep going. Yeah, same with Dylan here. It says gives him partial profit. Same with me. It's weird. Like the past 2 days, I've had like 2 or 3 wins, and they gave me partial profit on both. And then today, the same trade here as well. I thought it would have gave me more profit because I closed it when it was way down here. Our TP was up here, but I closed it way down here. It still gave me partial. I don't understand what happened there. But yeah, again, like I said, guys, I'm pretty sure it's not an Apex issue. I think it's a copier issue. So we'll have to see. Max had 4 trades today, 2 wins, 1 break even, 1 loss. Usually hate trading Fridays, so he's done for the week. Yeah, definitely, Max. If you're done for the week, that's good. I mean, you did pretty good this week. You got your payout. Did you get approved for your payout yet? Hopefully you did soon. They should be approving it soon. They just approved my payout 2 days ago. So I got the email. I'm probably gonna get the wire by the 15th. So guys, a lot of people complain about the payouts, but they don't understand how the payouts work. Like your last day to put your request in is the 5th, and then they usually approve it within the next 3 to 5 days. I got approved on the second day, and then they pay out like on the 15th. So you're usually gonna get paid out on the 15th, and then on like the first couple days of the next month or the last day of the month. That's how that's how it works. I always see a lot of people like freak out about payouts with Apex, but it's like I get it. It's your first time getting paid out, so you're super excited and you just want to complain if your payout doesn't come like the next day. But that's just not how it works. If you've been getting payouts with Apex for a while, you understand that there's a process. It doesn't happen super quickly. Like I think there was a guy that was complaining about like not getting paid out the same day that he put his request in. Like, bro, what'd you expect? What'd you expect? It's never been like that. Even on FTMO, they don't pay you out the same day. You got to put in your request and then they have to approve it. And then they process it. Cam said the payouts take forever. They really don't though. They happen the same time every month. Every month I get paid out on the 15th. Like if I request on the 5th, I get paid out on the 15th. It's the same process for me every month. I don't think it ever changed for me. I don't know if anybody gets it any faster, but that's how it always been for me. If you get it past the 15th, then okay, maybe that's the case, but I've never seen anybody in here who's gotten paid out after the 15th. Let's see, camps always get paid out a week after. So what date is the day that you get paid out? That's what I'm curious, Cam. So what day do you request and what date do you, because a week after could mean the 15th, right? Because you put your request on the 5th, you get the approval. I get the approval usually on the 7th, and then I get paid out on the 15th. So that is a week later. Yeah, it's weird that yours is super late. You're the first person I know who's gotten them that late, Cam. I also don't know how you trade because if I don't know if these are like your first payouts or if you've been getting paid out, but I've been getting paid out for like a couple months now, so they know my trading style. I know if like you have an issue with your trading, like not your specific trading, but if Apex has an issue with your trading and they aren't sure about your how your trading is, then they have to go and like look into your trades or they'll ask you like show a video. I don't know if they've ever what's it called? Asked you to like post a video, but I live stream every day. So like the Apex admins actually come and watch my videos and they're like, okay, this guy actually knows how to trade. He's not doing some random stuff. So they just pay me out on schedule every week. Adam said that's technically how it's outlined in the FAQ. Gotcha. Okay, Cam. So the way that you're getting paid out is actually how it's supposed to be paid out. So you might want to go check the FAQ like Adam mentioned. Yeah, CJ said I get paid out on the 15th and the 30th faithfully. Yeah, I'm the same with you, CJ. If you get consistent payouts and you don't do anything weird with your trading and you're not like doing some random trading, like if you're not consistent with your trading, then yeah, they're going to take some time because they're going to review your trades. I know you're not doing the same thing we're doing, Cam, so that might be the case. Me and CJ trade the same way. CJ's been trading with me for a while now, so we both get paid out on the 15th and the 30th every month. So if you guys don't change your trading style and you just stay the same, I don't think Apex will ever give you any problems. The only people who get problems are the people who like they trade erratically, their profits are like all over the place. Like for me every day, my profits are like 500 to 1,000. That's usually my profit every day. Every day per account, I'm making like 500 to 1,000 or I'm losing 500 to 1,000. Most of the time it's profit, but my profits stay the same. It's not like I'm making 500 one day and then I'm making 5,000 the next day, right? If your profits are like that and they're all over the place, obviously, that's just kind of how it is. They're going to be questioning how the person is trading. All right, so there's a possible market flow entry right here, guys, but it is right at the session, so I'm probably gonna hold off on this one right here. Yeah, Cam said it's cool. The payouts come consistently now, so whatever, better than not getting them at all. Yeah, I mean, the more payouts you get, the more consistent it'll be. I think that's the case because I know when people first get their payouts, it is kind of tricky because especially with all the rules now. there's a lot of rules. If you guys have gotten funded recently, if you guys check the contract, the rule list is like it's pages. It's long now. It's way longer than what it used to be. Yeah, and that's the key, Cam. Just get paid out. That's the key thing. Get paid out, move these profits to your personal account, and focus on that. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm mainly focusing on my personal account now. That's the only account I scale on. My Apex is just to get payouts, and then my personal account is for my actual, where I increase my contract size and stuff. So there's a possible market flow entry right here, guys. I'm gonna hold off on it. I don't want to trade right here at opening price. This is an area of manipulation. It's a red flag. So I'm not going to mess with any trades right here at the opening price. I'm going to wait for price to climb up a bit higher and come back down. So there goes a market flow there. It got filled. But again, it's at opening price. So I'm going to wait for it to push up, come back down later on the next retest. So I'm not in this position. Like I said, guys, this is a tricky area to trade because of opening price. Again, you don't want to you want to be a little careful about like some of the entries that you guys take here because, well, just the red flags in general. So guys, just another reminder, if you guys are new here, if you guys don't remember, if this is like new to you or whatever it may be, I don't take any trades around these red flags where they have the sessions, which is a purple line, red line, or green line. And I also don't take trades around this blue line here. Pink line, sometimes, depending if it's a high impact or low impact news event, if it's low impact, I'm okay, I'll trade with it. But if it is a high impact news event, I typically just avoid trades around those areas. So basically any of these horizontal lines that go left to right, not the black ones, of course, because those are levels. It's what I consider a red flag. And you can see over here, this is where a lot of manipulation happens. So if I turn off, let's just turn off let's turn off the pivots real quick. Let's turn off the levels, the high-low momentum. So you guys can see whenever price gets near these areas, it gets highly manipulated, right? Price pushes up to this blue line, gets faked out, comes right back down. Price comes over here to the sessions, fakes out, comes right back up. It's just a very tricky area to trade in. And I've learned my lesson trading around those areas. Sometimes you'll get lucky and price will bounce off it pretty nice, but a lot of times you'll get faked out. And if you're using a very tight stop loss like this, it's going to be super tricky. I mean, if you use something wider, like maybe a 30-30, you'd have a better opportunity to like withstand any like kind of pullback. Because typically in like previously when we used to trade with a 10-30, if you guys remember that, right? We used to trade with a 10-30, and that was because of this specific reason. So see this right here, price is coming back down. It came back for the fake out, but then now it's pushing right back up to TP. We've traded like this for years, and this worked perfectly fine. It's just now that I'm trading, or I'm going to be trading for the hedge fund, I have to change the risk because not a lot of people don't like that, the negative risk reward. So I got to go back to a 1-to-1 like this. So just a heads up, if you guys are curious about, you can still trade the old way. The old way works perfectly fine. It's just for me, I have a lot more eyes on me now, and I have a lot more risk at stake. So I have to change the risk a little bit so that I don't get caught up in a downward spiral. So again, I don't want to trade around this middle area right here, guys. I'm gonna wait for price to push up and out of this area. Once we have that, I'll look for another opportunity for entry. But as of now, I will continue to just sit tight. Let's go here real quick. So I'm trying to see where price is ranging. Price is pretty much ranging between the 500 and the 550 right now. So I'm going to go and just put some lines up right here. So the 500 and the 550. This is where the consolidation range is happening right now. I have it marked up on our clean chart. You can see here that this range is new. This range was here pre-market. So pre-market price was already ranging around this area. There's a fake out right here. Price pulled back into the range. Fake out right here, pull back into the range. Huge fake out down here, pull back into the range. And here we go, price breaks out of the range again right here. So one thing to look out for here is a possible continuation, or is it going to be another fake out? We got the buy signal right there. First target, if price pushes up higher, is going to be the liquidity right here. So I'll be looking for this to push up, come back down, retrace, bounce off the pivot, come right back up. Be looking for those market flow entries. Oh, nice, Kevin. Kevin, did you get your TP on that one? I didn't realize if you caught that one earlier. Because I saw that it did hit TP initially. Nice, perfect. So Kevin did hit his TP. He caught it off the balance off the sessions right there, and then it hit his TP before it came back down. So solid work right there, Kevin. All right, price is pushing up to this area of liquidity right here. There was actually another level of liquidity. This is a triple confluence, actually, guys. Not sure if anybody saw that. There's a higher high right there. Price broke and closed above it. Triple confluence almost never fails. That was a nice triple confluence right there. There was like literally no drawdown. All right, so I'll keep looking over here. My bad, guys. I didn't look at that higher high there. I should have marked it up. I just saw it after it happened. The price pushed past this area. So triple confluence right there is a high-low scalp, pivot scalp, momentum scalp all in one. 3 strategies in one, indicating that, it's probably going to hit. And that's exactly what happened right there. So nice work, guys. For anybody who caught that triple confluence. Again, I'm sticking to market flow entries, guys. I'll try to call out other entries as I see them come up. But for the most part, I'm going to stick to my game plan, market flow only. Obviously, there's another high-low scalp that just came up right here. But again, I'm going to wait for this here to retrace and then come right back up. Freddie said, this level of excitement means one thing, Barack. You made me jealous for not trading Fridays. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised Brock is done. This guy never finishes. He just comes back. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Brock pops his head back into the chat in the next couple minutes. Says he won a couple more trades. Because this triple confluence is typically what he looks for. All right, so we got price kind of bouncing back and forth right here. Again, I'm going to look for price to retrace down right here, bounce off the pivot, push back up for a market flow. That's mainly what I'm looking for. So I'll be watching it right here if it continues to come back lower. The one thing that I don't want is I don't want price to consolidate. All right, so this candle has 38 seconds left on it. It's got some time. It's got 20 seconds left on it. It's not pulled back far enough yet for me to set it up for a market flow. Now it has, but it's got 10 seconds, so it's probably not going to fill. We'll wait for the next one. All right, so possible market flow on this next one right here. It's got to come down quite a bit, though. It's got to come down and swing right back up. It's got 40 seconds left on this candle, so it's got a lot of time. All right, I'll put my pending order right there. It's got 20
Order submitted.
seconds left. Hasn't filled yet. I'll cancel it if it doesn't come up anytime soon. We've got 15 seconds left on this candle right here. 10 seconds, I'm going to cancel it. No fill. It's all good.
Order canceled.
So my order was canceled right there. All right. Again, we are just waiting for this here to swing back up and retrace back down. So pull back up right here, retrace and push up higher. All right, looks like you might be coming back down. I mean, it's fine. Like I said, price can go wherever it wants to go. I'm just going to be watching the price action to see where my entries are going to come from. Right now, we're still bullish, so there's one of two things that may happen here. So let me just give you guys a couple of scenarios. Price is currently at the last pivot. So one of two things will happen. Price will either bounce off this pivot, come back up, retrace, and climb up higher, or this can be a full-on reversal and come back on down here. We'll see what happens. Just watch the price, see where it goes. You can see here that this was just a fake out. So you guys see the range that I drew earlier? The same range between 550 and 500. It's just a fake out. So price faked out right here, price faked out right here, came back into the range. It did pretty much what it's been doing all day today. So fake out right here, pull back into the range. Fake out right here, pull back into the range. Kind of played around down this area, faked out, came right back up, fake out back into the range, fake out back into the range. And now it's in the middle of the range right here. So one thing that you can look for is a possible fake out down here, back into the range, right? So there's two things that can happen here. Price will either come down a little bit, fake out. That's one scenario. The other scenario is price will come down, retest, and come back further. So just look out for the different scenarios, guys. There's a lot of different scenarios that can play out here. You never want to be one-sided. You want to have a bias, but you don't want to be one-sided. So you guys can see how price is faking out right here and pulling right back into the range. So we'll see what happens here next. There's not really too much going on here. So there goes price stays below the range. So I'm going to move this over here. Step down here. Not really too much going on. All right, so the volatility here is starting to slow down a bit. This was expected. This is kind of what I warned you guys about once price, once market hits 7. The volatility here just starts to slow down quite a bit. It's not super consistent. Kevin said, gonna take my win and enjoy the weekend. See you guys on Monday. Definitely, Kevin. So we'll see you back here on Monday. Have a good weekend. Again, guys, I'll stay on here to look for some entries. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. There's nothing for us to really take here or look at. Like I said, price is kind of just sitting around this middle area. Look for one of the two confirmations, price to continue back to the upside or for price to break below and continue climbing down to the downside. Looking at our clean chart here, price is just within the range. So it's not really going anywhere. It did exactly what I told you guys about right here, right? So look out for the fake out, pull back into the range. That's exactly what happened. Once you guys understand that the market just continues to repeat itself, it opens up so many possibilities to your analysis, right? Because I drew this structure here before like I even knew it was a structure. And I mean, you can see over here, it's been pretty much bouncing between this since pre-market. So it's not like this is anything new. It's an area of structure. So if anything, I mean, price might just range between this area here. Eventually, it'll break out. So eventually, you'll watch it break out of this area. Ideally, I think it's going to push up. So I think today, or by the end of this week, it'll probably be bullish because there's so much liquidity sitting up here, right? These liquidities act as magnets to price. So we got so much liquidity sitting up here. We have all the sessions up here. I'm expecting price to push up eventually. It's just a matter of time until it does. Might not happen in the next 30 minutes, might not happen in the next hour, but I think by the end of the day, it'll probably push up at least a little bit to wipe out some of the liquidity sitting right there. The reason for that is because retail sentiment is currently 63% short. So there's a lot of retail traders on the sell side right now. Obviously, the market makers want to stop them out, but They're not ready to wipe them out just yet. Looking over here at CNBC, let me refresh. Nothing here. Nothing here, but we're still at a net win for the day, guys. So we had one loss. Initially, we took an early trade over here, one win, another win. So 2 wins, 1 loss for the day so far. Price is pushing up. Got a possible buy signal right there. So if this candle here closes green, this is going to be a breakout V3 continuation. This is going to be basically a signal that price is likely to keep pushing up. No guarantee it's going to happen, but a possibility, especially because it's within the range right here. So if this candle closes green, it's probably going to make another attempt to push up and past this area. Enough attempts and price might just break out of this area here. I'm looking over here at the level 2 data. Level 2 data is pretty much balanced right now. There's a lot of sell orders, so it might come back down a little further. But there are also a lot of buy orders that are starting to stack up as well. It's pretty much balanced right now, guys. So there's no one side. So no breakout V3 continuation on that candle. Price still just sitting down this area. Volatility is pretty low. We got some more team profits here. So we got Johnny over here with a profit of 1,125 on his first account, 1,200 on his second account, 7,810 on his third account. The total profit of well over 10,000 for the day. Nice work, Johnny. We've got Jamie here, total profit of 2,280 on her first account, 375 on her second, 90 on her third, for a total profit of about 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Jamie. We got Cam here, profit of 7,000 per account here. It's a lot of profit. So 7,000, 7,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm assuming 20 here. So we'll just do that we'll do the math. 7,000 times 20, total profit of 140 for the week. Crazy profits right there. Okay. 2,000 for the day. So 140,000 for the week and 2,000 times 20, 40,000 for the day. Nice work, Cam. Solid profits right there. So we said PAs are the bottom 3 accounts, 7 more soon. Nice. So his PA accounts are down here. The rest are evals. Hopefully you get those passed pretty soon. I mean, you should be getting there pretty quick. Looks like you'll be getting there hopefully by the end of by the end of the week, next week maybe. So great work right there, Cam. And then we got Max here. Max locked in a profit of 1,200 per account. He has 2 accounts here, so well over 2,000 for the day. All wins on his Apex PA accounts. Great work, Max. All right, guys, solid work so far. You guys did pretty good. I mean, even though we're dealing with this kind of hectic market, you guys are doing pretty good, so I'm glad to see. We got a possible market flow that may come up here. Volatility is very low, so I'm not really expecting much, but we'll see what we can get. All right, Max, great work. See you back here on Monday. So Max is done for the day as well. All right, so let's see if we have some volatility here. If the volatility doesn't pick up, guys, I'm not going to mess with the trade. 7:26 right now. We still got about 30 minutes till 8. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hop into the chat. You guys saw everybody's profits, so a lot of people are just calling it a day today. We had 2 wins back to back, so a lot of people locked in some pretty good profit off those market flow entries. I mean, we'll keep looking for entries here, but like I said, if the volatility doesn't pick up, it's just not really worth the risk. All right, this next candle might have a possible entry here for market flow. We'll see. Watch this next candle. I see some volatility kind of pushing through right here. No, the volatility is not strong enough. Let's see. Maybe to pull back a little more. It's a little too close. All right, I'll put my entry right there. Go down by like 1 point.
Order submitted.
So it's not filled yet. I'm probably gonna cancel it. It doesn't push up in the next couple seconds. You know, I'm gonna cancel it. It's right at the opening price again, guys. I don't like trading around this area, so I canceled my pending order there. You guys heard that canceled. I had my pending order here for the buy side just in case price swung up, but because it's touching opening price right here, it's what I consider a red flag, and it's fine. It wouldn't have filled anyways. It's a tricky area right here where price is currently at. I mean, it's inside the range, so it's a tricky area. It's not necessarily going to be the best place to take an entry. For me personally, I like price to kind of push away and then climb up higher. We have some targets up here, so there's targets for price to reach. It's just, you know, it's not in a good area right here. Yeah, exactly. CJ said, yeah, it's at opening price and the sessions. This previous candle over here would have been a lot better. So if this thing came down, bounced off the pivot and shot right back up, perfect. But this one over here wasn't really a good one because it was touching opening price and it was getting close to the sessions down here. This whole area is a red flag. This whole range is a red flag to, like in general, because it gets stuck within this area, but then also we have these red flags down this middle area here where it causes a lot of price manipulation. This is actually a good area to look at the level too, because that's typically where, you know, you'll start to see a lot of, you'll start to see where the orders come in from. Another possible market flow entry here, guys, but it's right at the opening price again, so I'm not going to take it. Just gonna wait for price to push out of this area. I just don't like where it's currently at right now. The problem is that if price pushes out of this area, another thing that you want to look out for is the fake outs, right? Because all these fake outs have been happening right here, and right here. So it's going to be kind of tricky. It's tricky everywhere really in this area, but it'd be safer to trade out here than it is down here because of the red flags, opening price, and the sessions. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to see how this plays through, and then we'll go from there. Still nothing here, guys. As you guys can see, this is what we talked about. Let me mark up 7 o'clock over here. So you can see once it hit 7 o'clock right here, the volatility died down and it just started to consolidate in range. That's why I took all my trades over here like not pre-market, but pre 7 o'clock because the volatility was pretty decent. And now you get you get 1 or 2 big candles and then it starts to get really slow. Slows down, big candle, slow down, big candle, slow down, and then another big candle right here. Ideally, I just want price to break out of this range. I think once price breaks out of this range here, we'll have more opportunities, even if the volatility is low. But this whole area here is just, it's not really a great area to trade in. Let's see. Oscar said head and shoulders. This could be a possible head and shoulders. Here, let's see. Where's the head and shoulders tool at? I mean, possibly. Shoulder, head. Yeah, could be. Could be possible head and shoulders right there. I don't really trade patterns like that, but I mean, it actually looks really good, Oscar. Thanks for bringing that up. So if that's the case, you might be looking for some sells here. And this is what I warned you guys about earlier too. So like I said, you know, wait for price to break out of this area. I said, this is bad area to trade in. Wait for price to break below and continue climbing down, or wait for price to break above. Now that we have that head and shoulders pattern that Oscar mentioned, I mean, there's more confidence that that's what's probably going to happen here, right? So we'll see. We will see what happens next. Everything's pointing towards a sell, so we'll see if this trend over here swings back to the downside. All right. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. I like the volatility on these red candles, and then the volatility just, I mean, for the most part, died out. So we got price kind of climbing back up a little bit. Preferably, I'd rather have price come down even further because I just don't want price to pull back into the range, right? That's the one thing you want to look out for. So look at where price goes from here, because if price pulls back into the range, then it's just going to sit in that area again. So price isn't far enough to get out of this area yet. It's still in the hot zone. So you can see how price faked out right here, faked out right here, faked out right here, faked out right here, faked out right here. This could be another fake out. So just wait for price to drop lower, because one of two things will happen here. Price will either pull back and fake out into the range, or it's going to continue climbing and we'll be out in the open, which is ideally where we want to be. We want to be out in the open. I'm tempted to look for a market flow here, but I also don't want to get caught in the fake out back into the range. So I'm not going to touch that right now. What I want to see here first is if it does pull back up, I want it to pull back up, bounce off it, come back lower, and then come back right here. Then I'll look for some entries down here. This specific area is just not really a good area because of the red flags. If price pushes up this high, you have all the sessions right here. So I don't really want to get caught up in that. 7:34, there goes another 10 minutes down the clock. Keep looking. Yeah, I mean, 7 o'clock is pretty much a sweet spot. Perfect. Price is coming back down. This is going to set up for a market flow, like I said, but I'm not looking for it right there yet. Waiting for the next opportunity. All right, so we got price coming down lower. I'll look for market flows on the next couple candles. So let's see if we can find one down here now. It's just the volatility is so slow. Yeah, we're probably not gonna get a market flow on this one right here. The trend is shifting though, so that's a good thing. But again, if we're gonna look for a market flow entry, we need this to come up and come down very sharply. So let's see, that could be a possible one here. It's 36 seconds left on the candle, so it's got a lot of time. It's probably not going to come down. It's got 20 seconds left. Yeah, it's not going to come down. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to take any entries until we have a break to the downside. Price is obviously consolidating right here sideways. It's not a good sign. I would need price to come back down and break below, like my initial analysis. All right, so there goes the fake out. Price is back into the range. This is what I told you guys to be careful for. I said, look out for this here because price will likely pull right back into the range. That's what happened. So there's two scenarios. The scenario we were hoping for was a continuation to the downside, but that's not what we got here. We got to fake out back into the range. So looks like the head and shoulders there did not play out, Oscar, unfortunately. It would have been nice though. I mean, if that head and shoulders continued and played through, it would have been great because that would have lined up with our analysis. But here we go, back into the range. So guys, let's go over it again. You don't want to trade around this area because, like I said, this is an area where a lot of manipulation happens because there's sessions, opening price, et cetera, inside this middle area. Whenever price breaks out of this range, you want to be careful because these fake outs just keep repeating itself, right? Fake out right there, fake out right there, fake out right there, fake out right there, fake out right there. And of course, the biggest fake out of them all right here, where everybody thought it was a head and shoulders. And this is why I don't like trading patterns, Oscar, because you guys can see this was a perfect head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. And it looked like price was going to come down. I was even convinced it was going to come down, but it faked out right here. And that's why I don't like trading patterns like that, because stuff like this tends to happen. But we'll see. I mean, so here's price coming back down again. We'll see if price actually makes its climb to the downside. We got enough space here, so there could be a possible market flow entry on this next candle. As long as it doesn't come up and touch the session, then I'll be okay with it, but that's what I'll be looking for here. It might be a little too close because we have this space right here for price to come down just a little bit for it to hit your TP if you do get a market flow entry. Might be too close to the sessions though, same. Let's see, I'll put a pending order right there.
Order submitted.
You know, I'm gonna cancel it. It's touching the sessions, guys. It's clearly touching the sessions.
Cancel.
Cancel the order right there. Let's see, futures Jim said, hey, Sean, do you only trade on the 1 minute? Yes, I only trade on the 1 minute. I really only trade between 6:30 and 7. That's where all the trades came up right here. So for me to trade on anything above the 1 minute, I'm like never going to get any entries. So I'm usually within a 30-minute window right here. That's where all my trades came up over here. We had 1 loss, 2 wins. And then after 7 o'clock, this is usually just if I see any really good entries. So for the most part, yeah, I do trade only on the 1 minute. The strategies work on like pretty much all time frames and all assets though. So I mean, like Rashida earlier, I don't know if you just got on this live session, Jim, but Rashida earlier, she was taking entries off the 5 minute, which is doable. I mean, the same entries come up over here. And if you guys look at my entries over here and look at the 5 minute, they kind of line up. So you can trade them on the higher time frames. But for me, because I trade within a 30-minute window, it's really hard to trade on anything other than the 1 minute. Because the 5 minutes take forever. Well, they don't take forever to close, but they take longer to close, of course. And that only gives me like 6 opportunities, like 6 candles for me to look for my entry. So yeah, 1 minute for me. There's someone in here who trades like on the 10-second. I think that's crazy. The 10-second is a little nuts. Some people think the 1 minute is crazy, but the 10-second, that's like, it's a whole different ball game. But it's the same way. He trades the same strategies, but on the 10-second. I mean, it does make sense for him too. You guys can see the strategies still come up on the 10-second. It's just, I don't think I can trade on the 10-second. It's like way too fast for me. Yeah, everyone here does things kind of differently. Whatever fits your guys's trading style and your trading plan, guys. So, you know, I'm never going to knock a strategy. I'm never going to knock a time frame. I'm never going to knock an asset like Steven trading gold all the time, right? I'll probably never trade gold, but Steven does trade gold. Same strategy, but on gold. All right, guys, so let's see if we find another entry over here. I mean, other than this, we don't really have much on here right now. Some more profits over here from Kevin. So let's see, Kevin locked in 467 on his first account, 269 on his second, 71 on his third, for a total profit of 807 for the day. Nice work, Kevin. Solid profits. Solid profits there. My profits for the week so far, let's see. I mean, it's solid, like about 9,000 for the day, for the week currently. Actually, I'm a little more because I have 1 win for the day. So I'm probably at like 10, around there. 12,000 for the week. So my accounts are doing okay for this week, even though we took we took quite a bit of trades. Not as much as last week, but we did take quite a bit of trades this week because of the back and forth. But each day's kind of closed out pretty solid. The only problems with my Apex accounts. So the Apex accounts are going to be a lot less than my personal account. My personal account is up about 1,000 for the week overall. But yeah, the Apex accounts, they're I don't know. They're a lot less than what they should be. All right, so price over here is currently still within the range. We're never going to get out of this range, guys. 743 right now, so I think I might be done trading soon. I was really hoping price to break out of this range so we can take at least one more trade. I was looking for a possible sell down here or a possible buy up here, but it's just not looking like it's going to happen. Price just keeps getting pulled back into this area. You guys can see another fake out right here. So I'll circle all the fake outs so you guys can see. And this is why you want to be careful with these entries around the range, this range, because odds of you getting caught in the fake out are very likely. So let's see, within a 40-minute period, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fake outs as price just gets pulled right back into the range right here. You guys can trade within the range. Like for example, right here, there was a V1 variation that came up, double body rejection right there off this high. You could trade within the range. I mean, there's two strategies that you guys can focus on if you do want to trade within the range. Obviously, it's going to be the V1 variations and the CV patterns. Those are the two strategies you want to trade. Like CV literally lines up with this type of trading, with this type of market condition. It's obviously consolidation variations. So you can either take the variation V1s or the consolidation variations. Those two work perfect in this market if you guys can find them. There hasn't been any CV entries here that I've seen. I've only seen this V1 variation that came up. So, I mean, this one came up and it was pretty smooth. The only problem is that it had to cut through the opening price right there, which obviously would be a red flag. Let's see, CJ said the Asia low and London high are too close. Whenever they get close like this, it messes up the flow, causes chaos. Like Putin and Kim Jong-un. Yeah, literally. They're like right next to each other. I mean, this whole area here in general is just kind of a mess because we have opening price right there. And then obviously we have these two sessions. Yeah, the thing that throws me off about the sessions for today specifically is that they're so spread out, right, CJ? Like I'm surprised the Asia low is at the London high. And then I'm surprised that the New York high is way up here and the Asia high is way up here. Like I'm surprised the Asia market moved that much. And then also, this is what threw me off the most. The London low is, or the New York low is way down here. That's a huge range, right? From this low right here, all the way up to this high right here. That was where New York moved yesterday. So the volatility was super high yesterday compared to today. Today, the market's just been pretty much flat, sitting within this range. Yeah, CJ said, yeah, I noticed that we have more losses when they're close together. Yeah, exactly. They're super spread out, but there's just not enough volatility today. There's also no news, so that's another thing. This is kind of what we were expecting for today. I mentioned this yesterday after the live session. I said, there's no news today, so there's not really much of a catalyst to push price around. There's nothing really pushing price up. There's nothing really pushing price down. The only thing that would really push price up and down would be the market makers and institutions. But it seems like they're not even looking to play right now. They're kind of just letting price sit within this area. And then they're letting the retail traders pretty much just destroy themselves, right? Because you can see here, I mean, this range isn't necessarily small. So if we measure this range right here, so we'll go from this lower range to here. I mean, it's not small and it's not huge. It's enough to stop people out though. So if people get caught in this chop here and this fake out, it's about 130 points. So depending on how wide your stop loss is, I know most people don't have a stop loss that wide. They're going to get stopped down in both directions, whether they chase a buy, whether they chase a sell. they're most likely going to get stopped out. Looking at the market flow, it looks like if you can possibly catch market flow bounces off the levels too, basically off the 550 and then basically off the 500 right here. Price comes up, bounces off. I mean, technically, you can take a market flow off there. You can take market flow off any structure, really. For me personally, I like taking them off the pivots, but you don't necessarily have to. I've taken them off the levels before, and it kind of qualifies as a levels entry as well. But all right, guys, if there's any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat. 7:48 right now. It's getting closer and closer to 8 o'clock. So might have to wrap this up soon. So let's look at our totals for the week so far. So for the week so far, let me just count how many wins and how many losses we've had. So I'll count the wins first. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 wins. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. So we have 9 wins, 5 losses. Total net for this week is 4 net wins. So it's a pretty good week, guys. I mean, it's not bad. It's actually a pretty good week. I didn't realize we had that many wins. It's just my profits don't reflect it as much because we've had so many we've taken so many trades. So we've taken how many trades this week? 9 wins, 5 losses. We took 14 trades this week. So I've ate up a lot of fees just because of how many trades we've taken. And then also, a lot of these partials and the weird entries that we've had that kind of just screw with my profits for this week. So I mean, overall, it's been a great week. If we're talking about win rate or like how many wins we've had, it's been a pretty good week so far. It's just because of all the trades I've taken, I've had to eat up a lot of fees, which is super annoying. So I eat up a lot of fees and then also a lot of the partials and just like the volatility that's been happening. That's just kind of been throwing everything off. So, I mean, it is what it is. This is how the market is, and we just have to roll with it. Yeah, Kenny said a slow week for him, 3 trades, 3 wins. Volatility was scary at times. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday was crazy, guys. I don't know what happened Monday, Tuesday. That was the craziest like market movement we've seen since COVID. I haven't seen market move like that. And it pretty much freaked out the entire market. Everyone and their mama was saying that like the market was crashing. Market was not crashing. It was just going through a retracement. It just happened so much in one day. It's funny because if you go on social media, you'll see everybody calling a market crash. Like what market crash, right? Like I'll show you guys there's no market crash. Let me go on the daily chart. Like, yeah, it dropped a little bit, but it dropped like that as well over here on April. Like it's not like it was a super duper big crash. This thing came down like how it's supposed to. It retraced down a little bit, then it corrected right back to the upside. So there was no market crash, guys. I just found it funny that like there's everybody online that like all of a sudden they're like a financial guru, right? Everybody knows about trading. Everybody knows about just because CNBC reported that market was crashing or that like things were happening. When times happen like that, guys, just stay calm. I saw a lot of people were panicking about it and they're freaking out trying to sell off all their stuff. Yeah, I took some L's on my investment accounts, but they're all, let me check right now. I think they're almost back to where they're supposed to be. Let me see where I'm at. So my investment accounts, yeah, they're back to normal. It's like nothing happened. So like, yeah, a lot of people freaked out on Monday, but all of my investment accounts, they pretty much just went back to where they were before Monday. I have a lot of QQQ and I got a lot of individual stocks. So yeah, QQQ right here, not the future, I'm looking at the actual stock. Yeah, so it pretty much corrected back up. I bought it at like a super low discount right here. So I mean I bought like way down here. Actually, I bought it way down here at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year on my investment accounts, I typically buy like in January. So I buy in January right here, and price is still up. So I'm in profit. Every year I just invest like another 12,000 into whatever from my IRA account. All right, so we got price climbing back up, guys. We might have an opportunity here for entry. See if the volatility stays up. It's pushing up to the next levels of liquidity up here. We'll see if we have a time for like one more entry. If not, then we'll just wrap it up for the week. Nice. Kenny said he bought a ton of Walmart on Monday. Yeah, those are solid. I mean, I've been holding a lot of stuff because I just so for the individual stocks that I get, they're all like for dividends, right? And then for QQQ, I just keep that because that's obviously gonna be bullish at long term. So if you guys want to follow NQ, you want to trade the stock, it's QQQ. If you want to trade the S&P, it's gonna be the Spider Index. There's like a ton of different ETFs you guys can buy if you want to mirror something that you're trading, you know, say on the futures market here. So right now, guys, we got price coming back down. I'll see if price swings down far enough to provide an entry for a market flow. Keep looking here. It's not ready yet. Volatility here is kind of mixed. All right, so we got 45 seconds left on this right here. Either pulls back into the range, or if it swings back up. So I'll put a pending order right here. It's got 30 seconds left on the candle.
Order submitted.
See if it swings up. All right, so it's filled right there. Damn, the volatility here just came super heavy. Fuck me. So I got stopped out. I'm back at break even for the day, I think. Let's see it. Yeah. So I'm at break even for the week. It's all good. I was really hoping this was going to push up, but it is what it is. So I'm at break even for the week, guys. Looks like I might just be wrapping this up for the week, unfortunately. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing spikes all the way back up. Yeah, and there it goes. So this happened to me earlier today. So if you guys remember my first trade right here, that's where I got caught too. I got caught a little too early, spiked me out, and then it came right back up. Same with this one right here. So I mean, it's all good. This is just the market for today. So for today, we have 2 wins and 2 losses. I'm at break even for the day. Not exactly my best entry. I was really hoping it would just shoot up like it did right here, but I just got in a little too early. So it's all good. I'll take my break even, and I think I'm just gonna wrap this up for the week. Yeah, no, exactly. It's rough, right, Nick? And this thing, I can't believe this. I got caught in this right here. It literally, literally spiked to my stop loss, and then it came all the way back up. It's all good. I mean, the analysis played out fine. Like this is the analysis that I knew this was going to happen because I saw the liquidity right there. And that's why I was like, okay, this is going to push up and hit liquidity. But unfortunately, the stop loss was too tight. Again, like I said, if we use a 30-30, we'd be in better hands, but it is what it is. I just got to take the loss there, take the break even for the day, and close out this week in profit. Thankfully, this week was pretty good. I mean, I'm still in profit for the week overall, so it's not a bad week for me. But yeah, I was hoping to close out this day with 2 net wins. So for this week so far, now that we've added this, let me just add this here. We're now at 9 wins and 6 losses for the week. So we're still net positive for the week, which is okay, but it's just not the way I would have liked to close the week, but it's all good. I mean, it is what it is. It's part of the game. And sometimes you just got to take a risk. So there we go. Break even for the week, positive for break even for the day, positive for the week. See, we got some profit over here from Andy. Andy locked in 422 for the day. Nice work, Andy. Solid work there. And let me check the chat real quick to see if I missed any other questions here. Let's see. So Taran said, "Hey guys, apart from Apex and FTMO, any prop firm recommendation? I'm in Indonesia, and both of these are not available here, sadly." So the only other prop firm that I could recommend, which is futures, Taran, would be Top Step. So if you want to check out Top Step, I think Top Step probably has the best platform. You'll have to learn how to use their platform though. I don't use it, so I can't teach you how to use it. It's called Top Step X, but it's supposed to be good. So I mean, they're supposed to have like the best platform, best customer service. If they do accept Indonesian clients, it would be Top Step. That's the only one I could recommend. I'm not going to recommend you to any of the like bootleg ones that other people use. There's a lot of options out there, but a lot of them are not good. So I would just go with I would just go with Top Step if they're available. Vimal's asking how many contracts each trade. Are you talking to me, Vimal, or are you asking somebody else that? I wasn't sure who you were talking to. I'm using 7 contracts. It's always been 7. On the PA counts, it's all 7 for me. It's not changing. It's just going to be at 7. So I mean, it's probably not going to apply to you because you're not on PA counts for 300K, right? On all my 300K PA counts, I'm only trading 7 contracts, guys. You know, like I said, I'm not making any adjustments to my Apex accounts. I'm basically making it impossible to blow the accounts. So every month or every two weeks, I'm just gonna request my payout and then I'll funnel those profits to my personal account. On my personal account is where I'm going to be making adjustments to my contract size. So I'll be scaling on my personal account, but for my Apex accounts, it's just going to be 7 contracts. It's not going to change. I basically made it impossible for me to blow the accounts. Because in order for me to blow my Apex accounts, my PA accounts, I have to lose 14 trades back to back. Like I have to literally have to be on a losing streak of 14 trades. So yeah, it's a lot. Let's see. Amal said you spent almost 350 on commission this week. Yeah, I think it's about a point or 2 points, right? For commission. So let's see. 7 times 5 times, how many trades did I take? 14, 13. It's more like 525. How'd you get the exact number, Lamal? Because I remember it was like a point last time I calculated it. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just a couple $100, but still, I'm just curious how you got that number, 3.1. Because I swear I paid more in commission. There's no way. Let me check. I think I could check on here. How do I check this? Oh no, you're right. Okay, so yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so I did pay around that, a little more than this. It's like around closer to 350. Yeah. Well, that plus a spread. The spread isn't calculated, but that's, that will kind of formulate your profit from the trade. So yeah, I mean it sucks. Yeah, so you do that times 20, it's a lot in commissions, right? So we'll just say 350, let's round it up times 20. So basically 7,000 in commissions for this week. And that's just my Apex accounts. Plus my personal account is probably closer to 8,000. Plus a spread, closer to 10,000. A lot of fees. So I mean, it's just, it's just part of the game. You got to pay your fees when you were taking certain trades and stuff like that. And we're taking a lot more trades than usual. Typically, I'm taking like maybe 3 trades a week, but now I'm taking like 14 trades, 15 trades. So yeah, the commissions are definitely eating up into my profits. Let's see. Maul's asking who gets the commission, the broker. Apex isn't a broker, so they can't take commissions. Only brokers can take commissions. All right, guys, it's 8:02 right now, so it's past 8 o'clock, past our trading time. I think that's about it. So I don't really have much else here to to cover. Unfortunately, I had to close out this day at break even. I'd rather be at break even than a loss, so I'm not too upset about today's. It was my this I could have easily avoided this trade and ended today with a win, but like I said, you got to take a risk sometimes. The analysis played out perfect. It was just my stop loss was too tight, so it ended up triggering my stop loss before it pushed right through and further. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any other questions, let's see. Yeah, um, so NinjaTrader owns TradeAvate, Vimal, but there are two separate brokers. So like, I mean, either one. I trade on NinjaTrader. I don't trade on TradeAvate, so they get the money for the most part. But yeah, if TradeAvate is the broker, then they would get the money. But NinjaTrader does own TradeAvate. No, it is a broker. NinjaTrader does own. That's my broker. Well, I know because they're my broker. It's not a platform. Like you go to the NinjaTrader website, like they wouldn't have pricing here if it wasn't a broker. So yeah, it's a broker. Yeah, Kodi wants to say bye to you guys before we log off. So, all right, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I think that's it for today. So we'll wrap this up, guys. Have a great weekend. If you guys have any questions, message me on Discord. Otherwise, we'll be back.